first things first, we add some soil. This has been sifted. This is part of the Dustin dirt packs or whatever. We have not added crushed coral. I'm adding crushed coral later to this because frankly I don't want to mess with the stuff that we're about to sell, and also I am going to add some aragonite to the mix regardless. Typically we would add aragonite at this stage. I'm going to just take all of this, dump all of this in. Now I recommend 1 inch of dirt, 1 inch of sand. However, I'm going to do slightly less than that. Now you'll notice there is water already in here. There's actually probably just a little too much water in here from the cleaning that my man Andrew did, but that's all good because it's going to absorb this and it's going to make a mess anyway. But when you do this, you want to have the consistency of like a pudding. That's the end goal, and this is actually probably going to work. So I'm going to mat all this down and we're just going to make this like mud layer. And the goal is to do 5 drain and fills. So we're going to pat all this down so that all the water is absorbed into here. And then I recommend when you do this the first time, you have no water in the bottom. It just happened to be in there and it's too low to get a siphon out of, so whatever, we're just leaving it in there. We're going to cap on top of this, not with play sand. We're going to use paver sand. The difference is the paver sand is a little bit larger grade. The play sand is small. Do not use play sand. There's no plants at the beach. It's all beach for a reason. Do not use play sand because the substrate underneath cannot breathe. If it's your first time doing a dirt aquarium, I highly recommend that you use BB gun size BB gravel or larger. Do not do anything smaller than that because you'll worry about anaerobic conditions. Anaerobic conditions means no oxygen. If there's no oxygen, you'll get hydrogen sulfide. Your tank will smell like rotting eggs. So we're going to make this go through here like this. It's starting to thicken up. Might even add a little more dirt, but you can see it's kind of a little mud style here. I'm probably going to add actually a little bit more dirt to this just to make it a thicker thing, so when I put the sand in it, it doesn't go through. Again, if you're doing it your first time, do not use any water. You're going to fill it as slow as you pee once the cap of the gravel, again, BB gun size BB or larger on top. And if you do get to this stage and you do have just too much water in there, just stop, start again tomorrow. Some of it will evaporate and you'll be good to go. Obviously, if you're on a time crunch, that doesn't work. But at this stage, if you were like, it's too much, and you put in the gravel in and it just falls through, you just abort and either add more dirt or walk away. So we're gonna go here, a little too much. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it a little bit more. And gotta give a proper shout out to our neighbors in the north, the AluFab, the guys out of Cincy making these wicked stands. I love the industrial look of this thing. My guy Andrew put it together. It didn't take him long at all. These are wicked and they're Dustin proof. I've been beating on the stand pretty hard, so love the modular design and everything. So these stands are wicked and you know, built to the height we wanted, legs at level. They're wicked. So proper shout outs to them for this beautiful stand, for this ugly tank that we're about to get. Here we go. And I'm not gonna add too much soil. Whew. All right, that's enough to thicken that up there. So now it's thickening, and I'm still at a comfortable level with my layer of dirt. You don't want to use too much dirt. Ask me how I know this. Multiple times I've been like, I'll use 1.5 inches or 2 inches of soil. And the problem with that is you get too much compaction and it's more likely to get anaerobic conditions. So I'm still less than my first knuckle here. So we're still in the safe zone as far as how much soil to put in the substrate. We do sift this out. This has been sifted, so the large chunks are not going to be floating up. If you buy a bag of soil and you don't rinse it and dry it like we do, and you don't sift it, you will get some larger chunks that will float up. It's just how it is, just the dirt that's in it. So getting this laid out here. This is where now I can like pour some stuff on it and it won't be a problem. You want to think about your substrate as where your plants eat 400 to 400 times more nutrients from their roots than from their stems and leaves. That's species dependent, of course, but the more you can feed your plants readily available, just like they would in nature, the better they're going to grow. So that's why we're doing this substrate here, so we don't have to really fertilize too much. It also provides a little bit of carbon dioxide, so this is a solid way to be. And that's pretty good. And then, as if it wasn't messy enough, now we're going to add some of the paver sand, not play sand, on top of this.